Guys, do you see this right now? Do you see that there is sun coming through the window? What a day. This has been like the greatest day because it's actually sunny outside. I woke up to the sun streaming through the windows and the light coming in through our house, and I truly am in just such a great mood because it has been gloomy literally all week, so rainy, and I'm so excited that it is sunny now and I can film without it being so dark. So hello guys, thank you for being here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a February TBR video, and I'm so excited because I haven't done a TBR video in a few months, so probably since my like fall one, honestly. So I thought I would do one for the month of February. It is the month of love. We love February around here. I love February specifically. So honestly, I read romances every single month, but in February I want to read mostly romances because I feel like it just makes sense. I have quite a few books to show you. This is kind of ambitious. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I have like quite a few that I own and then a few on my Kindle. I think all of them on my Kindle, they are on Kindle Unlimited. So let's get started, shall we? I'm very, very excited to talk about all these books. So first, we have Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home. As you can tell, I might have already started this book, maybe. But I'm not gonna say anything about it until my wrap up. Unless you follow me on my Bookstagram, then you'll probably know before then. But I got this in the mail the other day. Well, first of all, in January, I read Daisy Hates, and if you want to hear my whole spiel about that, Magnolia Park, so you can watch my January wrap up that just went up. But anyways, I ordered the next two books in the series, so some of these books I probably won't get to, but these I'm definitely going to read. Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home, obviously already reading it, and then I want to read Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing, and I'm very, very excited. I think I might read like a fun rom-com in between them because they're quite heart-wrenching, but I literally cannot stop thinking about them. People compare it to Gossip Girl. It's like a toxic big friend group in high society London, so it's very good. So I'm very excited about these two, and these are the only other two that are out, and then there's another Magnolia book coming out this year, I think, in the summer, hopefully. But anyway, so let's move on. Next, I want to read X's and O's by Amy Leah. This is, first of all, adorable. I hauled it last month, and I'm obsessed with the cover. It's just adorable. It's really why I bought it, was the cover, and also I had a few people on my Bookstagram say that they loved it and they thought I would love it. So I was like, okay, I will listen to you. And I bought it. It sounds very good. It is like a, I don't really know. It just says a romance novel obsessed social media influencer revisits her exes on her hunt for true love in this romantic comedy. So it sounds very good. I feel like this is a very talked about book right now because like the vibe is just giving Valentine's Day, you know what I mean? Next is A Brick, and it is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. This is definitely not a rom-com or a romance. It is a fantasy, but it is pink. So I read ACOTAR and ACOMAF in January, and so I really want to read ACOWAR, A Court of Wings and Ruin, in February because I need to finish at least the first three books in the series so I know what's going on. Because if you've read the series, you know the second book ends on a huge cliffhanger, and I'm like, what in the world? So I really want to read this. It's like 700 pages, so it's gonna take me quite a while. Also, I feel like so many of these books are so long. Like Magnolia Parks is 500 pages, over 500 pages. Daisy Hates is over 400 pages. This one's over 700 or almost 700 pages. So we just got some big books this month, but very excited to read this, to see what happens. This is a fantasy romance, I think, or mostly just a fantasy with fae and things like that. Also, there will be a reading vlog on me reading A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin once I read A Court of Wings and Ruin, because I haven't read it yet. But I'm just like sitting on that footage from ACOWAR or ACOMAF because I'm waiting to read A Court of Wings and Ruin. Anyways, next I really want to read To All the Boys I've Loved Before, the trilogy. I have this box set that I got at Second and Charles, and I just want to read it. It's like a YA trilogy. I've watched the movies, so I kind of know what it's about. It's like this girl writes letters to her crushes and they're accidentally sent to them. You've probably watched the movies or probably read the books. They're not like new by any means, so I'm very excited about that. And then I also have another YA romance that I got last month, and it is Anna and the French Kiss. I don't really know what this is about, to be honest, but I know it is YA, and there's two other books in the series, but I think they're interconnected standalones, so I'm just going to probably just read this one if I get to it this month. It says, can Anna find love in the city of light? Anna is happy in Atlanta. She has a loyal best friend and a crush on her coworker at the movie theater who's just starting to return her affection, so she's less than thrilled when her father decides to send her to a boarding school in Paris for her senior year. But despite not speaking a word of French, Anna meets some cool new people, including the handsome, I don't know how to say that, St. Clair, who quickly becomes her best friend. Unfortunately, he's taken, and Anna might be too. Will a year of romantic near misses end with a French kiss she's been waiting for? That actually sounds really good. I honestly didn't know what this book was about when I got it. It was just on sale at a liquidation sale I went to. So I bought it and the rest of the series, but it sounds really good. I'm very excited. And then the last book that I own that I want to read is actually a book that I read last year in 2022. This is the first book I read in 2022. I gave it 5 stars. And it was my first Abby Jimenez book. This book is in a series, in the Friend Zone series, so I would recommend reading the first 2 books before you read this one, but I did not do that. But anyways, I just want to reread it because I remember really enjoying it, and I saw someone read it recently, and I was like, I love that book, and I really just want to reread it, just for funs, because I remember like loving it so much, and I might like tab it or something. That sounds kind of fun. So, and then here are the books that I want to read on my Kindle. All these are on Kindle Unlimited, if you're wondering. The first one is My Phony Valentine by Courtney Walsh. This hasn't come out yet, but it comes out on Valentine's Day, and I'm so excited because I love Courtney Walsh's Christmas romances, and she's coming out with one for Valentine's Day, which is so cute. I don't really know what it's about, but it sounds very cute, and the cover is adorable, so I'm very excited for that romance. It's gonna be great. And then How to Walk Away by Catherine Center. This is on my 12 books to read by 12 friends thing. One of my friends recommended it to me, and I think it might be sad, so I'm a little worried about that, but I read The Bodyguard by Catherine Center and really enjoyed it, so I want to read this one. And then Roommate by Sarah Wilson. I don't know what this is about either. I think she becomes like almost like a live-in maid to take care of this rich guy's dog and house, and then they fall in love. I don't really know, but it sounds good. So I also have another book on my Kindle by her, The Chemistry of Love. I got it for free with my Prime membership, but this one I like the premise better. Might read that. And then this one I just added to this TBR today. I made this list like a few days ago, and it is When We Were by Diana Elliott Graham. My friend told me about this book because we were talking about Magnolia Parks and how it was kind of like real life, and she recommended this and said kind of gives her the same vibes in the sense that it's real life and it's kind of like heart-wrenching, and I'm scared because I know it doesn't have a happy ending and that it's gonna be heart-wrenching, but she says it's really good and she really enjoyed it. She gave it 5 stars, and I'm pretty sure this is her debut novel, the author that wrote it. This is her first book, so that's really cool. And then this one I was so excited to see is on Kindle Unlimited. It is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I've seen so many people talk about this book. It was in so many wrap-ups in 2022, like top 10 books of 2022. So I really wanted to read it, and then I saw on my Kindle app that it is like on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, perfect. So I want to read that. I think it's like well, I know it's a nonfiction where Dolly just talks about love and everything that she's learned. I don't really know, but it sounds good, and I really want to read one nonfiction book a month, so I thought this would be a great option, and I feel like I can like slowly read it on my Kindle while I'm reading other books. That's all. I feel like I talked so fast and so quick through this TBR, so this was a very short, quick video, but I hope you enjoyed seeing all the books on my February TBR. I'm very excited for all the romances this month. I will read books in February that are not on this list, to be honest. I feel like it's kind of a little ambitious. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I like just setting a TBR so I have like a vision or like a direction for the month, so I'm not like just sitting on my thumbs like not knowing what to read, because what helps me read a lot is because I have so many books that I want to read, so these books are books I want to read sooner rather than later. So anyways, thank you for watching. I'm so thankful for you, and I'll see you very soon for my next video. Bye.